Supplemental math videos from Circle Christian School. Circle Test Study Guide. Circles. Look around. There are circles everywhere. After all, where would Adam and Eve and the rest of us now be without a circle? Think about it. No cars. Oh no. That's like just awful thinking. What I'm going to guide you through here is how you can actually use your book as a very good study guide. One of the beauties about the math books that we have is that they're just chock full of references. The deal is having good study habits to be able to use your resources. Several things that are in your geometry book are like a glossary, an index, a formula page, neat stuff. And at the end of every chapter, there's always these big ideas, and then there's review exercises. Now, generally on a whole, in the given world, we don't have that much time to do it, but if what you want to do is become the ace at the test, this is what you do. You learn the study skill. You're the one that has to make it work. And making it work means, okay, I'm going to take a look at these. If you just take a look at the things at the end of the chapter, it's not like you really have to practice it. You just kind of go over it. You glean information. And to tell you the truth, when I first went to my very, very, very first Bible study, and I was very old when I did this, like, oh my gosh, like 40 years old, that I first went to a Bible study. Yeah, I know, it's sad but true. That glean was a word that I went, what the heck does that mean? Well, it means that you gather, you encompass, you research, you use, you build on the things that have been given to you. So the first thing I'm going to have you do is look at page 697, the big ideas. There are 3 big ideas. It almost sounds like what they do with the news now, like every 15 minutes. The 3 top stories. Well, pretty much every chapter you can go to and find 3 big ideas. Number 1, there are segments inside of circles, lines inside of circles. Remember, we've been building to this. We started with lines. We went to angles. Angles make triangles that have lines and angles. And then we took those triangles and put those triangles into polygons. Every polygon has a bunch of little triangles inside of it. And then we go to the final little part, a right triangle, and realize that everything that we do with these shapes goes back somehow to a right triangle, something to that 90 degrees. And circles are the ultimate thing that we build to become infinitesimal. Our God is infinitesimal. He is omnipotent. I think the circle is one of the most beautifulest things that he had ever made, because it goes on and on and on, just like he does. Geometry vocabulary. It's its own language. It's just like when you go to another country or you go on a mission trip, you have to be able to speak the language there. After all, you don't want to ask them where the restrooms are by using a word that says, where's the lake? They might point you to the lake. You might think it's okay. Yeah, maybe not. So you have to know the language. Things that you're going to need to know are all the circle parts. I left some blanks here so you can fill it in. If you're not sure, I totally want you to ask me Thursday and Friday. Central angle. What's it mean? What's it look like? Where's it at? Major, minor arcs. What makes a major arc? 3 points. What makes a minor arc? 2 points. Inscribed angles. Angles inside. How do the central angles and the arches affect inscribed angles? Right triangles inside of circles. Everything goes back to this right triangle. The hypotenuse of any right triangle inside, that's inside of a circle, is always the diameter of the circle. That's how you can always find the center of a circle. We did that in class. Inscribed polygons. Hey, it means I'm inside. If it's a quadrilateral, opposite angles equal 180 degrees. Wonderful. Elena came up with this really great thing. She looked at it and went, okay, I need to find X. It looks like an X when we sit here and circle those opposite angles. So to find X, I need those opposite angles. Remember, in geometry, the whole setup with the algebra is either everything equals each other or they are added to equal something. 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 360 degrees. A circumscribed circle. A circumscribed circle means that the circle is inside some sort of polygon, a triangle, a quadrilateral. Otherwise, this is tricky. This is probably the most tricky because you have to take it apart and find that what you have is an angle, an external angle, where it's big archy, take away small archy. Here's a list of really just good practice problems. Number 7, 9, 10, 13, 15, 17, 19, 20 through 22, 23 through 26. They may not have all the answers, but that's what I want you to come back to class to. Let's figure this out. Let's figure out what we're missing. Let's find the strategy skill. Let's find the formula. Let's let it equal some sort of algebra kind of thing. And you know what? You guys are going to be winning aces when it comes to circles.